as I speak, you start going through your mind and finding and discerning what lies have been planted there that you have picked up on, and that you get rid of them. Because again, most of our belief system was developed before we're old enough to understand, and so most of what we believe is based off of where and who we grew up around, which is if we grew up in a good place, we got some good belief systems. If not, we got some changing to do. So here's one that I picked up. Matter of fact, the church I grew up in, bless their heart, they meant well. But remember, it was lies that they embraced. And Jeremiah 7:8, you trust in lying words that cannot profit. And here's some more lying words that you just won't profit. And here's the title, and that is this. You got to break through the limiting beliefs to unlimited success. Good God Almighty. Come on, somebody. You've got to break through your limiting beliefs to unlimited success. See, as long as you have these lies that you believe in, your success is very limited. But once you break through these lies, these limiting beliefs, you now can experience the unlimited success that God has for you. Ephesians 3:20, unto him that's able to do what? Exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think. That sounds like unlimited success to me, my friend, and I believe it, and I'm going to embrace and live it. So real quick, number one, well, we covered several, but for today, number one, and that is actually number 7, I believe it is, and that is my church taught me poverty is piety. Poverty is piety. And it kind of made me think that people who are rich did something wrong to make all that money. As a matter of fact, to television, which again, TV programming, and oftentimes we call it the electronic income reducer. But when TV came out, it was programming, and it still is programming today. And like I said, we don't have a whole lot of cognitive thinkers. We got sheeple, right? And they're just following the blind, leading the blind. But even on the television programming, it shows rich people, and it always shows them as mean and nasty. And not now, again, I'm not negating. There are some rich people who did wrong to get their riches. There are some rich people who are mean and nasty. And there's some broke folk who are mean and nasty, right? There's some broke folks that did wrong in their brokenness. No, what I'm saying is this. I'm saying, and part of that, I think, is, from the Catholic Church where the priest took a vow to poverty. Well, my friend, I took a vow to proper prosperity according to Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. I was sharing with the pastor yesterday. At 30 years of age, the house was paid for, car was paid for. I bought a motorhome, paid cash that I would use to travel and speak in. I've been blessed to speak in all 50 states and 28 countries by the grace of God. And I'm just so thrilled that some of you leaders that God's going to be opening up doors for you, and you're going to be traveling and speaking and so forth as well. But watch this though, and all of a sudden, the training again. That's why I keep telling you, the conscious mind is one thing, but the subconscious mind, and that's why again we're writing that book. Mental self-defense, learning how to defend yourself against your greatest opponent, which is your undisciplined or subconscious mind. Because of my subconscious mind, I bought into that philosophy that poverty is piety, and rich people usually that's because they cheated somebody that did something wrong. Then I found myself getting rid of my money that God had entrusted me with, and years later I found myself now asset rich but cash poor. Okay, and one day we'll teach y'all about that, the different assets and so forth. But watch this. And so I was like, Lord, I don't understand. I've sowed all these seeds. Where's my harvest? And the Lord said, no. You threw seed by the wayside and stony ground and so forth, and thorny ground, but not good ground, because you did it out of fear. And like I said yesterday, if you have the wrong thought process, and by the way, write this down. You can't think wrong and live right. Oh, good God Almighty, that's good one. I need to write that down myself. I said you can't think wrong and live right. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You can't think wrong and live right. And by the way, you're not going to live right if you're thinking wrong. So if you're not going to get that mind right, you got to be again transformed by the renewing of your mind. So watch this. So poverty is what I thought and then even when I would read the Bible, based on what I was hearing preached on. And so I wasn't reading the Bible for what the Bible said. I wasn't looking at life for I was looking at it through lenses. And so Proverbs 10:22, for instance, how I read over that verse many, many times and never got it, but it said, the blessing of the Lord maketh rich, R-I-C-H, rich, raking in cash happily. The blessing of the Lord maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it, right? So there's a difference between godly riches and the worldly riches. That's the big difference. So yeah, there's some worldly people that may have done wrong. But poverty and piety have nothing to do with each other. As a matter of fact, the Bible actually, Deuteronomy, God said that there be no poor left among you. In other words, he wanted his people to be enriched. He wanted his people, my friend, as I was sharing with the pastor yesterday, think about it, in the Garden of Eden, there's only two people, nothing to buy, nothing to sell, and yet the Bible says there was gold, and the gold in that land was good. What did they need gold for? What did they need all that opulence for? I tell you why, because they're ambassadors, because they're king's kids. Come on, somebody. And I'm telling you, it was a lie that I believe in. And some folks, listen, I'm telling you, right when you get to the place where you're about to, for instance, get started with an opportunity like this, and you can really blow this thing up. But, instead, it's like something happens and you self-sabotage. Why? Because secretly you're afraid that money will mess you up. Hey, I want to tell you something, my friend. Yes, there's certain temptation you'll come into with making money, but there's also temptation with being broke, right? And the Bible never said that money is the root of all evil. It's the love of money. And Dr. Breakthrough says it's the lack of money that's the manifestation of the evil. Oh, that's a good one right there. I said the love of money is again, it's not money. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil, but it's the lack of money that's the manifestation of all evil. And I'm telling you, my friend, when people understand that the more money I have, the more I can help people and bless people. And, it's amazing when somebody has a need and God speaks to your heart and you have the wherewithal to take care of that, right? I mean, it's a blessing that, I've been able to give away several cars. And, you're talking about joy when you can take somebody to a car lot and have them pick out what they want and then give them the keys. I'm saying that. But I think every Christian in the world, every decent person in the world will want to do something like that, but most never will get to that place. Why? Because, my friends, they don't set themselves up financially to be able to do that, and part of that is because of the lies that are keeping us from profiting. The lie of, he made all that money, she made all the money. They did something wrong. Well, maybe they did something right. Like my mentor, Bill Bailey, I said, Mr. Bailey, you had a company grossing $64 million a month. What did you do to make $64 million a month? He said, young Dr. Breakthrough, you're asking me the wrong question. I said, okay, I apologize. What's the question I should have asked you? He said, you should have asked me how many people's lives I added value to that resulted in $64 million a month. He said, you see, young Dr. Breakthrough, if you get good at giving value and bringing value to the marketplace, you can't help but receive value from the marketplace. And that changed my life forever. Because I realized, my friend, just like I said, the word deserve in Danish, D means from, serve means service, deserve from service. Whenever you provide service, you now deserve to get paid. And my friend, when I started realizing I was providing great service to people, my friend, I started realizing I deserved to get paid. And then I became like a magnet and started attracting money from all these different places, my friend. Why? Because I'd given the value out. And when I give the value out, I recognize I deserve to be paid in return, my friend. I don't see. That's what I love about this industry. You don't make your money at the expense of people, but rather you make your money at the service of people. And the more people you service, the more money you can make. And the more money you make, the more you can be a blessing. See, like I said, I believe we're supposed to have our cup run over, like David said. So when your cup runs over, salsa can get some. And if the cup keeps running over, then salsa gets some, table gets some, the floor gets some, right? And we're supposed to have that overflow. Job 36:11, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure. And so, my friend, what I'm saying is this. I'm saying I had to realize those lies I had, and those lies were keeping me from walking into the prosperity that God had for me. Isaiah 48:17, thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord that teacheth thee the prophet, that leadeth thee in the way that thou shouldest go. Do you know God knows the place to send you and the direction to send you, whereby you will prosper and have abundance where you can give to others? Is that good? Isn't that what God talked about Abraham, that he was very rich, right? And not just in silver and gold and cattle and so forth. But watch this now. And now you are the seed of Abraham. So I'm saying this, my friend. I'm saying that whole poverty thing and piety, that's nonsense. It's a lie. And it's a lie that's keeping people from profiting. And I had that lie in my mind subconsciously and didn't even know it. And so I had to get rid of it. Next thing real quick. What about this lie? I tried. I tried. Well, first of all, to try, as I talk about in my book, is to lie. To try is to lie. See, watch this, my friend. See, when you say I tried, that means you gave your brain an excuse. Get this now. You gave your brain an excuse to give up in case it gets hard. So watch this, my friend. So to try, I tried. Well, see, that's literally a lie. So you got to learn to commit. See, people of power, people of prosperity, they learn to commit. But we say, well, I tried and it just didn't work for me. Well, first of all, you can't prove that something didn't work. You can just prove you didn't work it right. Oh, did you hear what I just said? See, you're not proving that something didn't work. You're proving you didn't work it right. And I'm telling you, my friend, that's why you got to have mentors, and there's some different tweaks and adjustments you can make. And all of a sudden, bam. I mean, you've heard it, the story of 3 feet from gold, right? Where a guy, he tried digging, but he stopped 3 feet, right? And the next guy came in and just 3 foot, and bam, here it is, the biggest gold and diamond mine ever. I'm saying, listen, my friend, I'm telling you that there's lies that people believe in, and you as leaders, you got to, first of all, you got to do like I do. You got to constantly study, constantly learn, so you can get those lies out of your mind. By the way, I keep telling y'all about the book, that website, www.freebookandtrialoffer.com. freebookandtrialoffer.com. Good friend of mine, Myron Golden, who, again, my friend, his book will break this down probably better than anything else that I know. If you got to hang up with riches and money and so forth, you got to hang up. And again, you just been trying and life's not been, listen, my friend, freebookandtrialoffer.com, that will change your life. So make sure you take advantage of that. So again, my friend, this whole thing, I tried, it didn't work for me. Again, it's not trying, it's committing. You got to commit. You got to make up your mind. Hey, real quick, what about this one? Are you ready for this one? Okay, let me skip that one. I'm gonna get that one another day. Let me throw this one real quick, be a little nicer first, and then work my way up. How's that? And how about this one? Being poor is virtuous. Well, I kind of said that with the piety thing, so let's let that one alone. Okay, here we go. So this is just me. This is just me. See, that's a lie. Now, and again, some of us will use that lie, and I got to tell you now, I used it for years, But here's the thing: that wasn't just me. That was a lower version of me. So I was partially true. And by the way, when we say lie, and I'll cover this, telling the truth with the intent to deceive is still a lie. Telling a partial truth, with the intent to deceive is still a lie. And I tell people for many years I was in a state of denial, DENIAL, denial. And that is, don't even notice I am lying. I mean, it's bad when you got lies you believe, but it's worse when you start lying to yourself, and then you don't even notice that you're lying, my friend. And I'm telling you, these lies that I had in my mind, and the lies that I started telling myself, and then one day, that's what I'm saying, I realized, man, if these lies, if I would just embrace the full truth, come on, somebody, instead of the partial truth, then I could break through. So this is just me. It's something I used to always say, but again, I realized it was just me, but it was just a lower version of me. And by the way, that's my Dr. Breakthrough mantra today, is that I educate, empower, and elevate people to break through any barrier that would hinder their success. And I do that by empowering them to break to the best version, or at least a better version of themselves. So again, my friend, it's a lie. Get this now, that'll keep people from profiting and say, well, this is just me. This is just the way I do it. This is the way I've been. This is just the way my people. No. That's a lie, my friend. It may be a partial truth, but it's a lie, and it's keeping you from profiting. And I'm telling you, my friend, those limiting beliefs, you got to break through the limiting beliefs that you've been believing in, so you can have unlimited success. But you're not going to have it as long as you embrace the lie. So, my friend, I'm going to tell you something. You've got to let go. You've got to, first of all, recognize, and then you've got to learn to put it down and replace it with the truth. You've got to replace the lie or the half-truth with the full truth, or else, my friend, you will never have true, massive success. So don't use the lie, this is just me. Maybe adjust it. If you start saying this is just the lower version of me, that'll help you understand, well, why do I want to be the lower version of me? I want to be a better version of me, right? And then real quick, and I'm close out on this one, and that is this: I'm destined to fail. I'm destined to fail. I told y'all my story. Y'all know, man. Dad left when I was 3, beaten by a teenage gang at 6 years of age, and beaten and tarred and feathered, and tried to commit suicide on 2 occasions, and went through physical abuse and verbal abuse and sexual abuse. And then I heard, oh, you're no good. You'll never amount to be anything. And so I used to think I was destined to failure. I'd embraced that lie. I could never be anything. And I'm telling you, my friend, there's so many people that, some of them, again, subconsciously embrace that lie. And the thing that broke that for me was when I became a Christian, and the first verse they taught me was Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And my friend, that changed it. And now I realize I am not only not destined to fail, but I am destined to succeed. Come on, somebody. I am destined to succeed. But I'm telling you, there are people that they feel like that, and they've just given up on life. They've just given up. Why? Because they bought into the lie. And I'm telling you, my friend, it's a lie, and it's time for you to embrace the truth. That's part of what uplift is all about, my friend. That's why, again, I keep saying, got to uplift yourself, uplift others, and together you can uplift the world. Hey, this is Dr. Stan Harris, known as Dr. Breakthrough, and TGIF, thank God. Get this now. Thank God I'm forgiven. And so for this Friday. So, hey, my friend, again, realize I'm in your corner. I believe in you. You can do this. And I'm looking forward. I'm anticipating seeing great, incredible success as you break through the limiting beliefs to unlimited success. God bless you.